Karolína Plíšková is a Czech tennis player. Plíšková has won 6 singles and 5 doubles titles on the WTA Tour, as well as 10 singles and 6 doubles titles on the ITF circuit in her career. On the 17th of August 2015, she reached her best singles ranking of world number 7. On the 26th of June 2016, she peaked at world number 19 in the doubles rankings. As a junior, Plíšková won the girls' singles event at the 2010 Australian Open, defeating Laura Robson in the final. Playing for the Czech Republic at the Fed Cup, Plíšková has a win-loss record of 9-2, including 2-1 matches in the 2015 Fed Cup World Group Final. Plíšková and her sister Kristina became the first twin sisters to win a doubles title in WTA history in 2013. Personal life. Plíšková was born in Louny to Radek Plasek and Martina Plíšková, and has an identical twin sister, Kristina, who is also a tennis player and won Junior Wimbledon in 2010. She is currently coached by Jiří Vanek and lives in Monte Carlo. Career. Plíšková played her first senior Grand Slam tournament main draw at the 2012 French Open. To qualify, she defeated Dia Evtimova, Tamarin Hendler and Laura Robson. She lost in the first round to world number 8 Marion Bartoli in straight sets. 2013 first WTA title. Plíšková started the year in Brisbane International. She however lost to Olga Puchkova in the first round in 2 sets. Then in her next tournament in Sydney she qualified, beating Alexandra Panova, Irina Falconi and Estrella Cabeza Candela. In the first round she lost to the 3rd seed, Sara Errani. Plíšková won her maiden WTA title at the 2013 Malaysian Open. She defeated several seeded players to reach the final against the American Bethany Mattek-Sands, defeating her in 3 sets. At the Generali Ladies Linz in October, Plíšková won her first WTA title in doubles alongside sister Kristina, becoming the first set of twins in history to win a doubles title together on the tour. 2014 breakthrough. 2014 was a breakthrough year for Plíšková. After consecutive second-round finishes in Auckland and at the Australian Open, she reached her second career WTA Tour final in Pattaya City, defeating top 50 players Bethany Mattek-Sands and Sorana Cîrstea before losing to Ekaterina Makarova in the final. She then reached the 3rd round of Indian Wells, the quarter-finals of the Monterrey Open and the semi-finals in Kuala Lumpur between March and April. In May, she reached her 3rd career final in Nuremberg, losing to 2nd seed Eugenie Bouchard in 3 sets. She broke into the top 50 in July and defeated world number 9 Anna Ivanovic in the 2nd round of the US Open. After playing in America, she reached 2 finals in 2 consecutive weeks, in Hong Kong, where she lost to Sabine Lisicki, and in Seoul, which she won, defeating Varvara Lepchenko in the final to take her 2nd career title. A 3rd overall title in Linz ensured Plíšková finished the year in the top 25, ranked world number 24. As an alternate, Plíšková made a round-robin appearance at the season-closing Tournament of Champions in lieu of top seed Ekaterina Makarova, losing her sole match against Flavia Pennetta of Italy. After reaching 5 finals and winning 2 of them, racing from world number 67 to 24 after a whole year, and appearing to broader public at the US Open with big win over a former world number 1 and 8th seed at the tournament to reach 3rd round at Grand Slam for the first time. 2014 was a breakthrough year for Plíšková. 2015 top 10 debut. Plíšková began her year at the 2015 Brisbane International, where she defeated former world number 1 and 2-time Grand Slam champion Victoria Azarenka in the first round before losing in the second. She reached her first WTA Premier level final at the 2015 Apia International Sydney, defeating Carla Suarez Navarro and Angelique Kerber before losing to fellow Czech Petra Kvitova in 2 tie-breaking sets. As a consequence of this run, she broke into the world's top 20 for the first time in her career. At the first Grand Slam of the year in Australia, Plíšková reached the third round before losing to Russia's Kateřina Makarova. Plíšková made her debut for the Czech Republic Fed Cup team in the first round of the 2015 Fed Cup World Group in February, winning both of her rubbers against Françoise Banda and Gabriela Dabrowski of Canada to help the Czechs to a 4-0 win in Quebec. As the 8th seed, Plíšková reached semi-final at Diamond Games Antwerp before losing to eventual runner-up Carla Suarez Navarro. She then played at the 2015 Dubai Duty Free Championships and reached the final as the 17th seed, along the way beating number 4 seed Ana Ivanovic, fellow Czech Lucie Safarova, and the rising Spaniard Garbine Muguruza. She lost in the final against the top seed Simona Halep. Plíšková then played in Indian Wells, where she won a rematch with Muguruza in the third round before losing again to Halep. In Miami, Plíšková reached the quarterfinals where she lost to Andrea Petkovic. Plíšková was the top seed in her home tournament in Prague. She reached the final by defeating Anna Kubek, Svetlana Pironkova, Denise Alatova and Janina Wickmeyer, going to a third set in 3 of her 4 matches. In the final she defeated fellow Czech Lucie Radecka in another 3-set battle to claim her 4th WTA title. At the Madrid Open she beat Silvia Soler Espinosa in the first round but lost to Caroline Garcia in the second. At the Rome Open she lost in the first round to Taime Baksinski in straight sets. She lost in the second round of French Open's 12th seed to unseeded Andrea Mito in straight sets after beating Shuai Zhang in the first round. She reached another final at Aegon Classic, losing to Angelique Kerber in 3 sets. She lost to Agnieszka Radwanska at Aegon International in the third round. At Wimbledon, Plíšková defeated Irina Falconi in 3 sets before losing to Coco Vandevgen in the second round. She made another final at Stanford Classic, losing once again to Angelique Kerber. Plíšková lost in the first round at Rogers Cup to Mirjana Lucic Baroni and in the third round of the Western and AMP Southern Open to Jelena Jankovic, reached the quarterfinals of the Connecticut Open, losing to Lesia Surenko. Seeded 8th at the US Open, Plíšková suffered a shocking loss to Anna Tatishvili in the first round. She made another 2 quarterfinals at Torrey Pan Pacific Open and Wuhan Open, losing to Agnieszka Radwanska and Roberta Vinci respectively, but lost in the first round of China Open to Sloane Stephens in straight sets. Her next tournament was the Tianjin Open, where she reached the semi-finals, losing to Radwanska for the third time in 2015. She lost in second round of the Kremlin Cup to Anastasia Jasevastova. She reached a tour-leading 6th final at the WTA Elite Trophy but lost to Venus Williams in straight sets. She ended the year ranked No. 11 in singles and was the 13th most popular player of the year according to the WTA's website. Plíšková played as Czech No. 2 in the Fed Cup final, losing to Maria Sharapova on Saturday. The following day, she defeated Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova in singles and won the deciding doubles rubber with Barbora Strykova against Pavlyuchenkova and Elena Vesnina to win her first Fed Cup title. 2016, first Premier 5 title and US Open runner-up. Plíšková began her season at the 2016 Hopman Cup, where she partnered with Jiří Veselý to represent the Czech Republic. She recorded singles wins over Jarmila Wolf and Victoria Duval. She reached quarter-finals in Sydney by defeating Anna Ivanović and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova, both in straight sets, but lost to world No. 2 Simona Halep in straight sets. At the 2016 Australian Open, Plíšková defeated Kimberly Birrell and Julia Gorges in the first two rounds. However, she again lost to Makarova, who defeated her at the same tournament and same round at last year's Australian Open. After the tournament, she competed at Fed Cup and earned important wins over Simona Halep and Monica Niculescu in Czech Republic's tie against Romania. Her next tournament was the Dubai Tennis Championships, where she was defending last year's points as a finalist. However, she fell to Coco Vandeweghe in straight sets. Struggles continued as she lost to Margarita Gasparian in the first round of the Qatar Open. After receiving a first-round bye in Indian Wells, Plíšková defeated Shelby Rogers and Anna Ivanović, both in straight sets. She then defeated Johanna Konta in 3 sets and earned another straight sets win over rising star Daria Kasatkina, before losing in 3 sets to eventual champion Victoria Azarenka. Despite her good campaign in Indian Wells, Plíšková lost in the second round of the Miami Open to Taimé Babos after another first-round bye. Plíšková opened her clay court season at the Porsche Tennis Grand Prix. She defeated the 2015 French Open finalist Lucie Safarova in the first round in 3 sets and Anna Ivanović in straight sets. However, she would fall to the first seed Agnieszka Radwanska in the third round. She next competed at the Prague Open. She cruised by Stephanie Vogeli, Katerina Siniakova, and Kamila Georgi in the first 3 rounds. However, she would lose in straight sets to Lucie Safarova in the semi-finals. Plíšková lost in the second round of the Mutua Madrid Open to Madison Keys in straight sets and fell in the first round of the Italian Open to Daria Kasatkina. Her clay court season would come to a disappointing end as she would lose to the 108th ranked player in the world, Shelby Rogers, in the first round of the French Open. Plíšková won her first title of the year at the 2016 Aegon Open. After a 3-set match with Anastasia Jasevastova in the first round, she cruised to the final and beat Alison Risker for her first grass title. She then lost in the first round of the Birmingham Classic to fellow Czech Barbora Strykova and reached the final of the Eastbourne International, where she lost to Dominika Cibulkova. At Wimbledon, Plíšková beat Janina Wickmayer in 3 sets before losing to Misaki Doi in the second round. Plíšková began her hard court season at the Rogers Cup, where she beat Katarina Bondarenko and Sara Errani before losing in straight sets to eventual champion Simona Halep. She then pulled out of the Olympics. Plíšková won her maiden WTA Premier tournament at the Western and Southern Open, defeating Germany's Angelique Kerber in straight sets in the final. Her victory denied Kerber the opportunity to take over the world #1 ranking from Serena Williams and enabled Williams to tie Steffi Graf's record of 186 consecutive weeks at #1. At the US Open, Plíšková beat wildcard Sofia Kenin, Montserrat Gonzalez and Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova en route to her first Grand Slam round of 16, where she defeated No. 6 seed Venus Williams in 3 sets and ensured her first ever major quarter-final where she faced Anna Konjuh. She beat the Croatian in straight sets and reached her first major semi-final, where she beat Serena Williams in straight sets 6-2, 7-6 to reach the final. In the final, she faced incoming number 1 Angelique Kerber. Despite winning the second set and being 3-1 up in the final set, Plíšková was eventually defeated 3-6, 6-4, 4-6. Career statistics. Grand Slam Tournament Performance Timeline. Grand Slam Tournament Finals. Singles.